Today we're going to talk about guarding the original true mind from the fifth patriarch of Zen Buddhism, Hong Ren. He says the only thing we need to do is constantly guard our true nature. It is talked about in terms of 4 questions and 4 answers. Number 1, how do we know guarding the original true mind is the foundation of nirvana? The essence of nirvana is silence and stillness, inaction and peace and bliss. What is the essence of nirvana? It is silence when the mind is completely quiet and silent without wandering thoughts. It is still in action, unmoved by any phenomenon or circumstances of life, and it's always in a state of peace, happiness, harmony, and bliss. This is the state of nirvana, the cessation of suffering, the elimination of our afflictions, enlightenment. How do we reach this level of nirvana? It is through guarding the original true mind. As one's mind is the true mind, delusion will be cut off. Because delusion is cut off, one will have right thoughts. Because one has right thoughts, the wisdom of silence and illumination will be generated. Because the wisdom of silence and illumination is generated, one can completely realize the Dharma nature. Because the complete realization of the Dharma nature, nirvana is attained. So there are 5 steps here. As we guard and stay with our true nature, our delusions are cut off. We will have no deluded thoughts. And because of that, we will have right thoughts, right mindfulness. For example, if a mother, her teenage son hasn't come home late at night, she might be having a lot of wandering thoughts, thinking he got into an accident or being robbed. But all these are not the right thoughts. If someone is enlightened, will stay calm and peaceful without having suspicions and wandering thoughts. And because we have right thoughts, then we have this wisdom of silence and illumination. We can see everything clearly without having emotional turmoil. Because of the wisdom and because we realize our true nature, that is nirvana. So all these is because we are guarding the original true mind. In the Shrakama Sutra, Guan Yin Bodhisattva says, I entered the flow through hearing and forgot all objective states. He entered the flow of nirvana or enlightenment by hearing. When he hears, he does not hear the sounds, not the object of hearing and what is being heard. He only stays with his true nature. That is how we reach nirvana. It's all through guarding our mind, and we can do it through guarding our 6 senses. Number 2, how do we know guarding the original true mind is the key to entering the way? How do we enter the way to Buddhahood? Again, it's through guarding the original true mind. If one paints the image of a Buddha with all their power and create lots of merits like the sands of Ganges River, these are only ways for Buddha to teach unwise sentient beings, so they will create good karmas for the future and to plant causes to see Buddha in the future. But these are not the right way. The only way is to guard our original true mind. If one wants to reach Buddhahood earlier, one would guard the original true mind. If a person does not guard the original true mind and becomes a Buddha, there's no such thing. In conclusion, tame the mind in one place and nothing can be accomplished. Discipline the mind so it listens to our order. Like a servant, we should be the owner, the master of our mind. So it does whatever we want it to do. We think thoughts that are positive, that are good, that are not deluded. We are in control of our mind. So train this mind So it stays in one place. Where is this place? That is the original true mind. That's the only place to be, in this peace and blissfulness state that is silent and still. If our mind can always stay constant in this one place, nothing cannot be accomplished. We can accomplish anything when we have this meditative absorption. We have focus, we have concentration, we have wisdom. There's nothing you cannot do. For example, if you want to pray for a sick person by chanting the Buddha's name or the Great Compassion Mantra or Sutra, you give the merit to them. You believe they will get the merit and heal this person completely. Number 3, how do we know guarding the original true mind is the core of the 12 sutras. The 12 sutras are different types of sutras. Some are verses, some are narratives, some are past life accounts, different kinds of sutra. Buddha is trying to teach us about sins and blessings, about all the karmic causalities and retributions through boundless metaphors to let us know our different desires create different things of the world. Buddha is trying to teach us about one vehicle, the single vehicle, that our mind is the Buddha. Our Buddha nature is like the sun behind the clouds. So if one clearly understands this and always guard the original true mind, the delusion cloud is eliminated and the wisdom sun appears. When you really guard the mind, it is not really about the sutra anymore. When we have this wisdom, why do we need more knowledge about life and death and all the principles of the sutra? It's like a mirror. When the dust is completely removed, brightness will shine naturally. We don't need to do anything else anymore. If we carry an elusive mind to learn a lot of sutra, then that is still useless. Always have the right thoughts and be in a state of inactive mind. That is true learning. There's actually nothing else to learn because both the I and nirvana are empty in nature and it's already the original true mind. Number 4, how do we know guarding the original true mind is the father of all the Buddhas of the 3 times? All Buddhas are born from mind nature, original true mind. If we can guard the original true mind first, then we will not generate any delusive thoughts. If delusive thoughts are not generated, the duality of the mind is eliminated, then you can become a Buddha. When we guard our true mind, we will not have any delusive thought. We will have no dualism in our mind. The subject of the thinker and the object we are thinking about disappear. Then we are really with our true nature. That's when we become a Buddha. Buddha is not elsewhere. It's just when you are guarding who you really are. How do we know if we're staying with our original true mind? You can test yourself. If you hear a great news about a person who has harmed you, undermined you, insulted you, and you feel a sense of sting in your heart or sizzling, that means you're still not there. Our mind needs to be completely pure, completely perfect, full of love and joy. If we are contaminated in our mind, we are not guarding it. Nobody can annoy you or hurt you or come into your mind. Do not give your power away to anybody or anything. Nothing can come into your life except when you're giving them power. So always guard and protect your mind. Guard the original true mind, then you will reach nirvana, you will enter the way, you will understand all sutras, and you will really reach Buddhahood. So that's a class for today. Thank you for listening. Amitabha.